GG's The Mouthful podcast is brought to you by Good Game Beer and its new brown ale, Dreamy 60 FPS. Get a mouthful at www.goodgame.tech.
Making pancakes. Making pancakes. But you know, Paul body. Making pancakes. Making pancakes.
The end is near and I away. La 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 la.
Regrets. I've had a few.
La la la. Scataba beep boop put up a bow. I'm scatting, bro.
I could tell.
That is, I'm the scat man.
Do you remember Scat Cat?
Scat Cat, yes, that's him.
From Paul Abdul.
Yeah, that's him.
The little cartoon Scat Cat. Yeah.
Oh, the Scat Cat. No, I mean, I remember him, yes, but
Okay.
that's not the singer of the song that I'm thinking.
Oh,
The Scat Man and the Scat Cat. The Scat Cat was
Maybe Scat
annoying
Man.
as hell.
Scat Cat was okay.
No,
but he
man.
wasn't very scatty. He
No.
was more hip hopish. You know what I mean? He wasn't very scat.
I did not like the fact that he was like a little too close to my girl Paula Abdul.
I agree.
I had
I was
a
all about
huge
Paula Abdul.
crush on Paula Abdul.
Dude, I burned that cassette out. My aunt was like, she was sick of Paula Abdul by the time I came back to Puerto Rico. Because I would go to Puerto Rico and she gave me this. She gave me the cassette tape.
Nah.
Obviously back then when we were using cassettes, and I would be in Puerto Rico for 2 months, for the summer basically. And dude,
There was
I
no
burned
internet, so-
the hell out of that freaking cassette, bro.
Ah,
Everywhere we went, I was
shoot.
like, click, click, click. I would put it right in.
It'll be that for me and Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson.
I
wow.
just like the pretty faces.
Fair enough.
Only in my dream, I realize it could be. That's why I'm called the Dream Twister,
Oh,
because Debbie Gibson.
it all
only
comes.
in her dreams.
It all comes together.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah,
I
exactly,
like that.
exactly.
Well, welcome back, guys. This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and this is going to be the real episode 92 of GG's The Mouthful podcast. And the one dying next to me here is Mr. Dream Twister himself, David Santos.
No, I am alive, ladies and gentlemen. I am the only person.
Yes.
I am the last survivor.
He sure is.
I haven't caught the super mega the apocalypse flu.
Apocalypse flu. That's
Yeah.
right.
The flupocalypse. The flupocalypse. There you go. That's
Yes,
what we're calling
that's what
it
we're
now.
gonna call it, yes.
Which is gonna turn everybody into zombies nowadays. Guys, stay healthy. Stay safe. Don't be. Wash your hands.
I know. And for God's sake, if you have PTO, use it.
Use the freaking PTO. Yes.
Man.
God.
If I sound
man.
a little different, guys, it's because, unfortunately,
He's in a bubble.
I was a victim of said flupocalypse.
Yes, that's what we're calling it.
And I'm just coming off of it now. Unfortunately, it has claimed another Miss Shadow, 24/7. Krista, she is
A
not
moment
with
of
us
silence.
today. She unfortunately caught this. I think there is a vaccine, so we're not going to have to put her down or anything like that. But unfortunately, she's not going to be with us this week. But she will be with us, of course, next week.
Well, that was the moment that I learned to respect the virus. I was like, no, I got a flu shot. I'm fine. And then it claimed Shadow.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm freaking out.
Did you hear about the flu shot? The flu shot is only 10%
30%.
effective.
That's good.
No.
Oh.
This particular one,
Uh-huh.
I guess they were thinking there was going to be one kind of strain that was going to be the
Oh, that
primary
happened
strain.
that's happened last
year as well?
Last year as well. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They
Well, so
always think it's gonna
the
be one and
experts are
then it's the
just-
other one. They're just guessing it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's a shot in the dark when you get flu shot, and
No pun intended.
people, yeah, it is a shot in the dark, yeah. And people just take it because there is a chance. You're increasing your odds, but of not getting sick, not of getting sick.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like I might have an overly resistant. What do you call it when you have the
Immune system?
The immune system, yeah. But it's a little bit to my detriment, almost, in the sense that when your immune system gets to be a little bit too overly hypersensitive, you start getting like itching.
Oh, really?
And,
Okay.
yeah, I was reading a lot about that, and I'm like, man, that could be explaining a lot,
It could, yeah,
of either that or cancer. Because
Oh,
I was
gosh.
reading WebMD, of course.
Oh,
so
yeah.
everything's cancer.
Yeah, I know. Everything
Yeah.
leads. Every path leads to cancer.
Exactly.
Unfortunately. Well, guys, first off, if this is your first time listening, thanks so much for tuning in. I apologize again for my voice. I don't normally sound like this. But do please go to goodgame.tech. That takes you right to our Facebook group and join the conversation there. Also, please like, subscribe, and share to this podcast with your friends, with everybody you know. We do appreciate that.
It's a 2-man show today.
It's a 2-man show today, and as always, we're going to start with what we have been up to, Mr. Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I'm trying to think. I'm trying to have in my mind like what I know. I think I watched a couple things. I just don't remember them. I need to bring them up.
Okay.
And then I was playing something. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I've been getting the flu.
I've been getting the flu, yeah.
Avoiding it.
Yeah, you've just been ducking.
Yes.
So
Rock and
for me, I finished Titanfall 2.
Oh,
And,
snappity snap. Talk
and
to me.
Unfortunately, I want to play it again because I finished Titanfall 2 at the peak of the flu.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I was literally like my eyes were watering, and I'm like, this is awesome, but I can't even see what's happening.
That's how good the game is.
Yeah.
Even you want to push through, you want to keep playing, even
Yeah.
though you're dying.
Even
and-
though I'm dying.
Yes.
It was good. It was very good. Gosh, I recommend that for anybody who is into first person shooters. And frankly, man, I have to call BS here, man. I think EA screwed Respawn, man. I really think that they purposely
The fact that it got
screwed their
released.
release date,
Yeah.
made their their stock value drop and just make them easier to acquire because shortly thereafter they got acquired. I'm like, how do you acquire someone who just failed selling a title unless you purposefully
Yeah,
did this,
you
know
put them
what I
in a
mean?
difficult situation just to scoop them up.
Correct.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest with you.
Hate
But,
to be conspiracy theorist here, but geez.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
EA is gonna EA, and this game feels like the last vestige of good EA games.
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
This was
God knows,
this was the
nothing-
last one.
Nothing coming up seems to be
No.
I
We're
tell you.
gonna be talking about that.
Yes.
We're gonna be talking
Yes.
about that.
So no, I did catch a couple of shows. Again, while I was sick, I was able to finish a series called Mindhunter on Netflix. It's technically not finished; it's only the first season. So who knows when they release the second season? But
What's it about?
so what it's about? It's the origins of where FBI profilers came from, how they essentially figured out how to understand insane people to know when they're going to, or what makes them tick. If anybody's seen Criminal Minds, this is essentially that, but like the beginning of that.
Oh.
Because early on, the FBI was like, okay, well, there's a motive. We're gonna use that's the motive that we need to figure out why they did this. But as we all know, not that the Joker exists, but there are crazy people in the world who are not easily explained, and it's just like the Dark Knight. Some people just want to watch the world burn. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, you have your Mansons and your
I was just thinking. I was trying to remember the name. Yeah.
Charles Manson. Yeah. You have your
Toño Bicicleta.
the Zodiac killer. Yeah. You have all these people who under normal circumstances just doesn't make sense. How do you explain this person doing whatever it is that they do? And this is the FBI slowly figuring out, like, we need to do this. And they, of course, like any FBI or any government agency, they're resistant to change at first because they're like, no, this doesn't make sense. And before you know it, it's like, no, it does make sense. We're starting to understand it. But what it comes out to is that they're interviewing crazy people. You know what I mean? And of course, at the time, it takes place like in the 70s, the show. That's just something that they didn't want to be part of. So that's why they were resistant to it. But it's a great series. It's kind of a mind job, a lot of the stuff that happens. And it feels a little bit like Hannibal Lecter-ish type moments.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It has some crazy moments like that. But it's really good. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. It's a Netflix series, so it's going to be on Netflix always. So And then the other thing I saw was just a documentary on I'm going to Italy in April of this year.
Yes, you are.
And
We're gonna have GG podcast from Italy.
from Italy, yes. That shouldn't cost too much.
Hey, you can send us your report. You can send us
Live reports, yeah.
Yeah, live reports, exactly. Hey, if Reaper can do it, I mean, he didn't do it this weekend, but if Reaper can do it, you certainly.
yeah.
He reports
You're
from
right.
all over the world,
He does.
and you always hear him like he's on a truck somewhere.
Yeah, he's
driving.
He's out and about. Yeah.
He's on about. Yeah.
So no, there's this documentary also on Netflix. It's called the Treasures from the Wreck of the Unbelievable, and I think I was telling you about this.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Where they stumbled upon treasures from I guess it was the year 50, between the year 50 and 150 AD.
Uh-huh.
And this is nowadays, this time is one of those weird things where how do you discover a treasure that, the world is so connected. It's so unheard of to find.
And so mapped. You feel.
Yeah,
it
you
feels
figure
like
everything has been mapped at this
discovered
point.
already. Yeah.
And
Except Atlantis, of course. We still don't know what Atlantis is.
correct. Well, this
City of
could
Atlantis.
have literally been the path to Atlantis, because that's what it
awesome.
is. They discovered some ancient stone statues
Mm.
underwater. So the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, this is Atlantis. This is what they're saying. Turns out, no, it was a ship from a long time ago that was carrying a lot of valuables.
And when they saw the value, they're like, no, this is even better.
yeah.
Quick, call Nathan Drake.
Nathan, yes, it felt very Nathan Drake, very Nathan Drake. But anyway, it's really interesting, and all the stuff has been collected from the bottom of, I want to say it's somewhere in the Indian Sea or something like that. Anyway, the point has been collected, and it is now in Venice. It's in a
Museum?
museum in Venice, and so now that's literally, this is me, my Nathan Drake, marking that on the map, saying I got to go see this because it was pretty freaking interesting. I was
That's right. That's
statues that are literally 2-3 stories high that survived all these years. Now you can see the coral and barnacles all on the statues, but it's man, this has been sitting in the bottom of the ocean for 2,000 years. If you really think about it,
That's
50
crazy.
AD. You know what I mean? So anyway, I saw that, and now that's my destination soon. Hopefully,
you got it on the map. That's where you're going.
yeah.
Exciting. Cool. I'm still in my path of continuing to see if I can finish Zelda.
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
Well, I thought I was a step closer because I was I finally found the Master Sword, which is in this really BS, Nintendo, I get it. You created an amazing world, in the sense of the things that interact with each other. What do you call that? What do you call that?
About the systems? and
Yeah, the
everything?
systems. The systems working within themselves are amazing. I mean, you have fire, you have magnetism, you have wind, you have the waters, physics everywhere. It's pretty awesome. That said, you kind of went a little bit up your ass with some of the puzzles, where it became a little ridiculous. That part about finding the Master Sword, you go into an area called the Lost Woods, because remember, it's a
always
Zelda
in the
game,
Lost
so
Woods,
it's
yeah.
always in the Lost Woods. And
So the moment you
it's
found the Lost Woods,
ridiculous.
you were like, yes,
No,
it's got to be here.
No, I didn't, because I'm not a huge Zelda. Because I've
Are you
only
serious?
played.
Oh, okay.
So no, I figured it gave me I figured, okay, yes, I've heard about the Lost Woods. Chances are every Zelda game has that.
Has a Lost Woods.
Yeah, every Zelda game has Kakariko Village, which is one of the
Kakariko, yep.
one place, first places that one of the first towns you find, and of course they have the Master Sword. Well, it was a pain to get there. I don't want to spoil it, but it's gonna be very hard to figure on your own. Let's
wow,
just say,
okay.
yeah, it is. It was a little ridiculous. A little
Did you have
overkill, at least for me.
to look it up?
I looked it up because at this point it's I just want. I mean, I'm not looking up every map and
No, I
everything,
got you, yeah.
but
You felt
if
the
it's
need to on this.
tedious,
Mhm.
if it's something tedious, this game is filled with tedious. That unfortunately, this is the reason why, while I recognize the game's amazing, it's not my game of the year. You know, and so I find it, finally find the sword, and then like a quest later, I get the sword taken off and everything taken off for me to do this trial. Now, lo and behold, this trial was actually DLC. I didn't realize that.
Oh,
I got the DLC, but like I got worried. Like, really, you taking the Master Sword away? I haven't even used it. I haven't even taken off the the sheath. Yeah. But no, it turns out I didn't have to, I'm not forced to do that. I don't even know what the payout for doing the trials because the trial is it puts you in these rooms, let's call them. Even though they're out in the open, but they're like these areas, and they take everything away. It's kind of like starting all over, but real fast progression because you kill the baddies and you get the weapons, you collect everything, and little by little you're building up. You don't lose your stars, but I mean, your stars. I'm thinking Mario. I'm thinking of Mario game. You don't lose your hearts.
Oh, okay. Your life.
They collect it, but it's still challenging, And if you get killed before you finish it, it's all the way to the beginning. So at that point, I was like, nope. I ain't doing this. I'm done. This is BS. I'm not gonna sell that. You're stupid, ridiculous. But then I realized, oh no, this is just DLC. I don't have to do this. I can just continue my quest to beat the game, which is all I want to do. And once I picked up, it's fine. And then I realized little bit of spoilery. So
does question? Just sidebar question. Does the Master Sword break?
The Master Sword, that's exactly what I was going to.
Oh my
so
God.
the Master Sword doesn't break.
Okay.
It just loses power. And if you use it, you don't want to use it against everything. Which is like for crying out loud. Like there goes my whole, power fantasy of Link finally now it's time to kick ass and destroy everything. It's like what I want to do in the game. Be a badass, and I can't be a badass because my weapons are constantly breaking. And now that I find the Master Sword, which is the freaking Master Sword, you will think that it's good, but no, it is. If you use it against everything and anything, it just it runs out. And my understanding is that it takes some time to recharge, again. But it's time that you can't use it again. So. It's ridiculous that I feel like the game's constantly fighting, me to have fun because I'll be climbing and suddenly it will start raining because Hyrule is the most the rainforest. The rainforest, yes, it is. It is to climb it. Every time you feel like climbing, forget it. Even if it's super sunny. No.
There's a cloud somewhere.
There will be a cloud that will get you and be like, oh, why am I doing this? Probably because it's the only other thing I have to play on the Switch right now. But not to rag on it. It's still.
It's just a little annoying.
I will not say don't play it. If you get this, when you get the Switch,
when I get this,
you still need to get this game. You still need to give it a shot.
I definitely.
Yeah. So that's that. Now, aside from that, and Street Fighter 5. The arcade is awesome, and I'm dying for you to reinstall it again so we can play it because I did not realize that how fixable this thing was. This is like they actually this is like Ugly Betty and they made her beautiful. And the chapter that it comes out and she's like gorgeous. I haven't seen Ugly Betty, but I figured that's what happens on all this.
That's a good analysis.
Analogy, yeah. But I did watch a couple movies, and one that I actually forgot to bring last week, movie that I enjoyed quite a bit was Jackie Chan's the Foreigner. The Foreigner. Yes.
Good?
It was good. I'm not gonna hype it into you should see it.
Okay. Like an
if you're
7.5, 8?
Huh?
7.5, 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's doable.
It is. It's really good because you find out, and it's in the trailers. He loses his daughter to a terrorist attack, to a bombing, but it's cool to find out where where this attack came from, and who are the bombers behind it, and you got a character who's like a politician played by
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, yeah. And what is his take on all this? Because he's constantly this is Jackie Chan's more serious movie that I have seen,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, you know what, this role fits him perfectly. He could definitely. This is not like watching, I don't know,
Rush Hour or something like that. Oh, Jet Li.
No, from God Almighty and from what's his name?
God Almighty.
No, what's his name? Bruce Almighty. Sorry.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah, The Mask.
The Mask. Yeah. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Damn it.
I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is not like watching
Jim
Carrey making the movie The Number 23, which I really liked, but seeing a character that serious, it was kind of like nah. You almost could put it off, but it's still Jim Carrey.
I've seen Jackie Chan has a couple of films called Police Story that he's done. He actually did a more recent one to Police Story too. I want to say it's like the fourth one. It's Police Story, and they're pretty serious. They're not a joking series. I mean, he still does his stunts the way he's always done his stunts and stuff like that. But the storyline, there was very little joking, very little stuff like that. But they're really great. They're really great films. Yeah, so I can believe it. Yeah,
I was disappointed that there wasn't as much. I mean, disappointed but expected. There wasn't a lot of like fight scenes, like amazing fight scenes. I mean, the fight scenes that were there, they were good. It was his stunts and all that.
Yeah.
You recognize him, yes, but it wasn't like filled with that, which I guess it was a plus because it would, for the theme of the movie, it would have been a little out of place.
Gotcha.
Yeah. For those who care, it is currently at a 63% in Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
So
it's still fresh.
Yeah, still fresh. Yes, it's still fresh. I like that. So I think that's actually what they say.
I know. I didn't just make that up.
Now, another movie that I saw more recently, and this one was, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it was very interesting, and I don't think you've seen it, Mad Dog, but you will probably enjoy this movie. I'm not gonna super hype it or anything like that. I think it's another. Actually, literally, it's another 63% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow,
this one. But this one is called Shot Caller.
Shot Caller.
Yes,
I don't think I heard that one.
It is played by Jamie Lannister.
Jamie Lannister.
I think
Is it in Westeros?
Oh my God, that would have been so awesome if there was. There need to be a Game of Thrones movies a movie. Anyway, no, this one. It's the character, the actor that plays Jamie Lannister. His name is, I think it's Nicola Coster Waldo.
Sure, I don't know.
You don't know? I
don't know him like that. So.
I thought you knew, son. I thought you knew. Anyway, if you know Jamie Lannister from Game of Thrones, you know exactly who I'm talking about. So he is this normal guy, normal dude. He has a job. He has a wife and a son, and his life is like great. He is he's celebrating some acquisition that they were doing of some account that they're doing, or his job or something like that. Anyway, he runs a red light. He has an accident. Kills his passenger, was a friend of his.
Okay.
He gets taken to jail because it's a DUI case.
Oh wow, he was drinking. Okay.
He's taken to jail. He's accused of manslaughter, whatever it is that you accuse. I mean, you had an accident, you kill someone.
Involuntary manslaughter. I think.
There you go. Yeah. But from seeing that to what he becomes in jail, where you will think that you're serving time to be to not to atone. What's the word that what's the thing that I'm looking for? Rehabilitate. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. This is not what happens to him at all. I mean, he ends up like joining because it's not from experience. It's tough in jail. It happens to be very difficult, and he ends up like joining the gang, the inside gangs and stuff. Anyway, it's
becomes
a
like a kingpin.
fascinating.
Sort of.
Yeah, it's a fascinating look at what happened to this character in when he's put under this duress, and the reason why he's doing it at some point becomes to protect his family. You know, so it was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite.
Where'd you see
quite a
this
bit.
at?
I think I rented it from. No, I might have been on Amazon Prime.
Prime? Okay.
Yeah. I might have been available. It might be available for rent if you have Prime. Without having to rent it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was great. And lastly, a movie that I hold very dear to my heart because I did not expect it to enjoy it as much as I did. I watched The Big Sick.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Kind of proper with the subject and the theme of what's happening
Of this week, yes.
this week. Yes,
The influenza virus that's going on.
the Big Sick. I think. Well, what can be said? What can be said about that movie? I think you gave a really good explanation when you were talking about your favorite movies
It's one of my favorites of 2017.
of 2017. It was very charming and endearing, and it was surprising to find out that it's actually based on a true story.
Yep.
Based on the true story of the actual actor that played
That's right.
himself
Yep.
in the film. And it's kind of like, how would you describe this movie? Just a brief thing about it.
I mean, it's realistic in the sense that basically it's a comedian, but it's like a starting up comedian. These low level comedian guys that you don't hear about unless you go through the stand up comedian circuit.
This is Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, that's the main guy.
He from. I always remember him from. What's his name? And Kumail going to White Castle.
Oh, Harold and Kumar. That's not him, but yeah.
That's not him,
No,
but
it's not
for
him.
some reason it makes me think of him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No.
It wasn't. Yeah.
No worries.
But he has been in movies that I've seen, probably, right? What other movies has he done?
This is the first
Was
I've
he in
seen
The
him in,
Office? No.
but I think he's done a lot of like comedic stuff, like some Saturday Night Live type stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, he.
Well, my bad, Kumail. I got you confused.
No worries. But no, it's basically again a small time comedian. He meets he's Pakistani, if I'm not mistaken. His family,
Yeah. His family's hilarious.
and his family is very traditional, and
Yes.
they're trying to set him up with a Pakistani woman because that's what they do.
a bunch of beautiful, gorgeous Pakistani women. Like I was like amazed. Like pick her. Oh no, pick her. She's like gorgeous.
Yeah, but
Oh my God.
he's so different, and the reason I love it because he's so different from his family. That's the whole deal. They are a certain way, and he is clearly the black sheep of the family.
Yes.
And he's okay with it, but he's not okay with telling them that he's,
No.
So it's
Because
a really-
according to their beliefs,
Tradition, yeah.
the traditions, he could lose his family.
could
They
lose his family,
separate.
yes.
The family will stop talking to them. They will pretty much
basically
banish him.
exile.
Yeah,
He's exiled from his family.
Yeah.
If you do stuff like that, but anyway, he ends up honestly. The next thing he meets a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
They start to get together. Obviously, that causes problems.
Yeah.
and so the movie goes on. But it's
Yeah, you
it's
should take it
funny.
from there. Yeah,
it's like you said, it's endearing.
Yeah.
It really makes you think about your family and appreciate your family.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's why I think it's really really good.
And appreciate all the cultures also.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a lot.
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
a lot of respect and love for that.
yeah, exactly. yeah.
His family's hilarious.
They are really good.
But yeah, no, that's all I've been doing.
Well, Cuphead and his pal Mugman, they like to roll the dice. By chance they came upon a devil's game, and gosh, they paid the price. Paid the price.
All right, guys. So we're going to go right into some news items. First news item, sir. I'm not sure if you heard, but a certain game is coming out on April 20th.
On April 20th? You mean like within the next week? Why do I have an accent all of a sudden?
I don't know.
On April 20th?
This April 20th, yes.
I'm excited. What could it be? What could it be?
It's the new God of War.
What? That
Yes.
game's right around the corner.
So let me tell you. Did you see the trailer?
No, I haven't seen the trailer.
So
The trailer, I heard that it made you a believer.
yes, like I was like, okay, it's
Then
God
I
of
saw
War.
the trailer.
I'm excited. It's
Now
God of
I'm
War.
a believer.
It's basically the story trailer, or like a story hints at the story essentially.
Then I definitely don't want to see it.
I mean, if it's going to be a 20 to 30 hour game, like they're saying,
No, I don't think it's
very-
spoiling anything. To be honest with you, I
Yeah.
haven't seen it because I forgot.
Well, that said, it looks really good. I like the direction they're going, and each time I see something new on it, I feel like, okay, this is the maturing of Kratos as a character, and I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Sir, I feel like we started the news without the biggest news, even bigger than some indie God of War
God of
title
War,
is it
yeah.
is called?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if that game has legs.
War of God.
We are talking about the release of 60 FPS.
Yes, sir.
The brand new brew from Martin Brewery. Is
No,
that what we call
it's
it?
GG Brewery.
GG Brewery.
Yes,
The new formula.
it is.
Tell us a little bit about how you came with this particular flavor profile, if you will.
Well,
how would you describe it?
Well, first off, it's a brown ale, so it's a dark ale too.
Already my favorite.
Yes, your favorite there. I did use some spices in this particular one. Orange.
So good.
Yeah, I will use a little bit of orange peel, a little bit of vanilla, ginger,
Now this was
cinnamon.
This is not you following a recipe. This was.
This is me.
This
yeah,
is
me
you,
just,
like, okay, this is-
putting it in secondary. Yeah.
I feel like this is what the taste I want to give it.
Yes.
Now, are you writing the instructions?
The
as you're doing
recipes.
the
Oh yeah,
recipes?
yeah. I have a couple of, believe it or not, there's a bunch of beer apps out there for home brewers, and I've kept all the recipes that I have going so far. Discovered some new ones I haven't tried yet, but I'm looking into getting into, specifically one for Gilberto, because I understand that he's really, really into some earthy beers. So I'm gonna get him some earthy ass beers. I'm kidding.
It's gonna be mud.
He does not like earthy beers. That was a joke.
Oh no! Oh.
No. Well, he does.
Which one?
IPAs.
What's the taste?
IPAs.
Oh,
Very-
IPAs are the earthy one. Oh yeah.
He called. We were.
Call them earthy?
When we went to. Yeah, he called them earthy. When we went to. Oh gosh, what's the name? 10th Level Tavern, over in Coconut Creek, or that area, and I would go in and I order, because I like IPA, so I ordered an IPA, and I'm like, here man, try this out. He goes, that's pretty earthy.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I was like, yeah, man, that's how it is.
I guess that's his nice way of saying, like,
Yeah, pretty much.
this stuff tastes like dirt. So it's not dirt; it's earthy.
It's earthy. Yeah.
It's
That's
earthy.
it.
I like it. I like it.
So yes, God of War coming April 20th. And enjoy a brew of 60
Thank you,
FPS.
sir. 60 FPS. By the way, I love the title. It's Dreamies GG 60 FPS.
No. Is GG's the top, and then Dreamies 60 FPS. Because you like it smooth. And this
I
is a
like it smooth,
beer.
yes, and it goes down smooth. I'm already halfway.
Yeah, I can tell.
I gotta take it. Bring it down a notch. So let's keep it in the positive vibe. All right.
Okay.
So Battlefront 2.
Oh Jesus Christ!
wait a minute. EA's Dice said, hey guys. Your feedback is essential here. And we are preparing to make significant changes to the progression that will address many of the things we've seen players asking for. We'll be sharing more details about these changes in March. So essentially, they're saying like, okay, we're gonna make some changes. Fine. You're twisting our arm here, But what are those changes, and why did it take so long to say what they're going to be? And
I guarantee you, those changes will include microtransactions. They're not going to freaking.
they're not gonna get rid of them. They're not gonna get rid of them. Yeah, I mean that would be a movement akin to when Xbox said, "Okay, we're not going to do the DRM thing anymore." You know, we heard you guys. We're taking a 180.
Yeah, exactly.
We're doing a one. I was gonna make a 360 joke there. It wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
It wasn't going there.
Which was ridiculous and was surprising, but it happened. It happened. So it'll be just as surprising. It's just I don't think they have the audacity to pull something like that.
To just put it back the way it was.
To forget about crazy
Microtransactions?
loot boxes, microtransactions, stuff like that. Yeah. To forget about the loot boxes, which at the end of it, it was causing the whole controversy. Controversy. Yeah, controversy.
Controversy.
I like to say.
That's very British of you.
I know. Yes. Why? Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, sire. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you feel like this is them like listening to the players, like they say, or do you think this is just, hey, our sales are horrible for a title that we spend, X amount of bajillion?
Okay, so I'm going to be on the limb and say that their sales are not horrible. Are they what they wanted them to be? No. Were they softer than they wanted to be? Yes. Are they horrible? No, because I think, like it or not, the ones who know about this are few compared to the ones who don't know about what was wrong Battlefront. And when people go in to buy a game, to buy a game for somebody and they see Star Wars, it's just like, oh, well, this is the newest game, boom, boom, boom. That's what it is. I guarantee you, GameStop employees are not speaking poorly about this game because I'm pretty sure they can't. You know what I mean? So they can only speak to what's good about it or warn about anything controversy as far as kids, because they will do that. I remember them doing that to some dude when he was trying to get. His kid was 13 trying to get a freaking Grand Theft Auto game. Yeah. And the girl behind the counter, man, was like, sir, I have to tell you, this is what's included. Blah, 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 blah. It includes this, death, rape, all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And are you okay with this, with him buying this? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, wow, dude.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm pretty sure they don't speak poorly about any game. So Battlefront, I'm pretty sure, still sold. I think this is their attempt to get people back, to try to get some people in there. I would like to know what the numbers are as far as the
I'm super, super curious. I bet a lot of people. I know the reports that I've heard in the news thrown is that it's not good. It's not. Well, like I said, it's not what they expected. They just put it that way. Yeah.
I still think it did fairly well. Probably, but nothing that they were expecting, especially the shit they were promising. Which they still didn't. I mean, in the end, that single player is not what they were promising.
No, exactly.
You take away you take away the loot boxes, and you still have a shit game. You know what I mean? So I think they really shit the bed on all fronts.
Yeah,
pun intended.
On all Battlefronts.
Pun intended.
I see what you did there. I like it.
So yeah, I honestly think. I don't think there's not much they can do. I think by them putting back some sort of microtransaction, it's just for them to say, hey, let's try to make some money off of this shit.
I think,
you know what I mean? But
I just feel like if the system is so easy to be changed, if they can make decisions where it's like, oh, okay, no, all right, we told you 2 weeks ago that we heard you, but now today we're announcing that we heard you guys and we're gonna make changes to the platform. I feel like every time they're moving the needle in this thing, they're just
sounds like they're dragging their feet too.
They're proving to everybody just how tacked on and unnecessary this loot box thing really is.
Oh, somebody's home.
Somebody's home?
I hope so, because that's your water running over there.
Well, that didn't freak us out. Go ahead and close the door. Yes, my wife is here, so it's all good. Hi, baby. What's to say? So yeah, it just goes to show that this was a game already made almost before. They probably got the thing from above saying, "Oh, we need to make this marketable. We need to have not marketable, but we need to be able to have this give us an additional revenue other than the $60 that it costs.
Correct, yeah.
Or $80 or $90 if you buy the collectors or whatever. But you know what?
We'll see. We'll see what it does.
We'll see what it does.
I
and
have zero interest in the game.
I don't. Yeah, I don't even care. It's like they can announce Battlefront 3, and it's still an EA game. EA, it's dead to me. Anyway, and we'll be talking about that later.
Yes.
So, but wait, I want to tie it in because while while DICE is saying, "Hey, we're gonna revamp the system. We're gonna work out." They haven't said they're gonna remove microtransactions or anything like that, but they seem to be kind of going in the positive direction. Ubisoft's Ghost Recon Wildlands is saying, "Hold my beer."
Oh boy!
And they're getting loot boxes for that game on a patch, on a free upgrade that should be available right now. It's called Extended Ops, and the free upgrade they said it adds a new PvP mode called Extraction, new maps, and new icon costumes, which I don't know what that means. Probably players of that game
Is that
know.
what? Yeah, maybe that's what you get from the box.
Based on characters from Rainbow Six Siege.
Siege. Okay.
Okay, all right. Another game I did not play.
Ubisoft game though.
And besides, if I remember correctly, characters from Siege had like Arctic gear, and this takes place in the jungle. So it's kind
Rainbow
of
Six Siege?
yeah, didn't I?
No.
No.
The Siege was the one where you had a team of people inside with a hostage and a team of people coming in to try.
Yeah, but wasn't there a map that was kind of like
Or maybe it included a map, but it wasn't originally that way.
I don't know. So yeah, they're saying it was. I guess they were worried about releasing the news, well, because they put up an extensive FAQ where they saying, hey, this battle crates, as they're calling them, God,
Battle crates.
Oh my God, stupid. They have zero impact on gameplay and progression, or so they claim. All players will receive a spec ops crate for the campaign and for co-op mode, and a Ghost War crate for Ghost War PvP mode, which will with the update that it can be redeemed via the Ubisoft Club, while more can be purchased for 400 credit each. And I guess just to get you an idea, real money pricing, it wasn't listed, but the base price of 800 Ghost Recon credits sells for $5 in the Microsoft Store.
Okay.
So that should give you an idea.
An
Anyway,
idea
I
what
thought it
you're
was
expecting.
interesting because just when that game was getting some good vibe, I feel like just when that game was getting some good vibe, they come in and it's gonna have loot boxes. And especially it's like, really, Ubisoft? Do you think this is the best time to be announcing
Hey,
about?
everybody's doing it, so
Yes, exactly. That's the problem.
yeah, exactly. Good news though. Pardon me. Crystal Dynamics.
Oh,
Yes. The team behind the upcoming Avengers game, which is like a big game that they've been trying to put together.
from Crystal Dynamics?
From Crystal Dynamics. You didn't know this?
No, I didn't know
Square
that it was
Enix?
good. I didn't know that it was good. So it has a chance of being good then.
Yes, it does.
Yes, all right.
Well, let me tell you
Interesting.
how it can even be better. They
Loot boxes.
no
Microtransaction.
the developer Crystal Dynamics and publisher Square Enix announced today. This was technically 2 days ago, but in the article it says today it's from Polygon that they had hired 15 top industry talent to the Avengers development team, including former Naughty Dog creator Sean SK and Stephen Barry, which is a veteran from EA, but specifically Visceral Games. Yes, it looks like they got quite the team going over there in Square now to make this. Do you know about this? The Marvel, I guess
Gaming universe.
no. Well, I mean the Marvel project that Square Enix picked up on a while back. You didn't hear about?
I
this?
want to say we
Maybe?
discussed about it, but I was thinking like, it's gonna be a movie property. It's probably not gonna be that great, and it probably let it slide. But now that I'm hearing this, and it's Crystal Dynamics is involved, which they were
Tomb Raider,
responsible
yeah.
for the remake of Tomb Raider. That was really good. Not the one right now. Is it the one right now?
Yeah, the Rise also.
Rise also? Oh, yeah. Okay. I did not remember. I was thinking about the remake. A remake that they did previously. It was like an anniversary edition. I think. It
Oh,
was,
you're talking about the re-releases,
and it was
essentially,
it was good.
Those
So
were, yeah.
I'm excited now.
Yeah.
To hear about this.
So it's a pretty big team they've got so far, and there's still no announcement as far as hopefully we'll see something this year, considering that the first Avengers film comes out this year. Well, not the first Avengers, the Infinity War film. Excuse me, the first Infinity War film comes out this year, and obviously that means that we're closing in on the end of this phase of the Marvel movies. So
Yeah.
Curious to see if they'll have something maybe at E3 Square, maybe.
Probably early to. Oh no, actually, I feel like they. Oh,
it's
what?
been enough time.
See, that's my concern now. If they try to do anything to release with the movie
No,
time, then it's gonna be.
I think they've learned from that. You know what I mean? I think that there's
I don't know,
nothing
man. It's Square Enix,
yeah, but Square Enix. So I mean, hello, they've taken how long did it take Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah,
Took forever,
That's
so-
their flagship. And it's because they learned to respect their flagship, unlike BioWare and EA.
Okay.
Anyway,
well, yeah.
we're gonna talk about that later.
Square. We're talking about Square.
Yeah, we're talking about Square. Anyway, so let's keep it with the good news here. So, Mitomo, Nintendo's first tentative step into the world of mobile gaming, will be ceasing operations at 12 a.m. on May 9. Of course, I'm being facetious. I'm not happy that Mitomo is closing down. Although, I never understood what was the point of Mitomo. Other than,
I think it was just Nintendo getting their feet wet when it came to mobile games.
I think everybody got super excited because like, oh my god, Nintendo's finally doing mobile. Oh my god, everybody ended up downloading it, and then they realized, oh my god, this is shit.
It was pretty shit. I think I played it for a good hour and a half, and like for the first 5-10 minutes, I was like, man,
It's like,
this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. And then after a while, I'm like, is this all it does? No, this guy who I made, and he's just sitting in this little living room talking to me, and I get to dress him with clothes. I'm like, this is like
This is
digital Barbie doll playing.
This
I
is
don't
it.
understand what this is, yeah.
So they put evidently they just put the Me Creator and they
made that into a mobile game. Yeah,
into a mobile game. So yeah, that was disappointing. Not that their other mobile games have fared like super better. I thought Super Mario Run was okay at the end of it. I remember like liking it a lot at first when it came out, but the more I played, the more I realized like.
I still have it. I still play it every so often.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same levels. It's the whole collecting the coins. The difficulty kind of goes up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I still enjoy it for what it is. I think it's a huge leap compared to freaking Mitomo. You know what I mean? Mitomo was
that's true.
was a barren freaking game.
That's true. It was. I don't think it was. It's not a game so much as it was kind of like a social networking experience. You might say because you did things with friends. I
never did anything with it because nobody did it with me. So I didn't
because
have
everybody
the
knew
social
better. Everybody
Whatever.
saw through it. They saw through it. It's like, come on.
I think I remember when I first downloaded. You're like, I can't believe you downloaded it. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is cool. This is Nintendo. Nintendo's finally mobiling it up. And they really that was literally just like, we'll try this and see how this works.
There's a long list of things that it won't do, but it's pretty much basically we could.
It's gonna shut. Yeah, when it shuts down,
it is. They're pulling the plug.
They're pulling the plug.
There's not. I don't think you'll be able to do
That's
anything.
it. I think by the time they pull the plug, I'm gonna say it's like 2 years. So it hasn't been. They've gave it a fair shake. No, 2016 came out.
That game came out 2016. Maybe at the end.
Maybe, perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
It was 2016, so maybe a year and a half. So it's not too horrible.
No.
Hell, Gravity Rush, they're pulling the plug on that. It's only been a year.
Oh, shoot. Wow.
Gravity Rush 2, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, not they. That was PlayStation. So, on to some sad news.
Mitomo is shutting down on May. Oh, wait. We're already talking about that. Sorry.
Paragon
Oh, God.
is going offline in April.
Wow,
Yes.
that came out hot off the press. That was today that got announced, and it was epic. That announced it directly.
know.
This was not. Oh, I heard rumors.
No, this is. Although I want to say we spoke about this maybe one or two podcasts back, and I was like, we're saying, oh, I wonder what they're gonna do with it because it doesn't
Yeah.
look like they. And I'm like, yeah,
'Cause
I think-
Fortnite is doing
I think
so
it's
good for
going
them.
to just literally pull the plug, and here we are,
Yeah,
a couple weeks later.
the writing was on the wall for that one,
Yep.
and it was Fortnite that killed it. Damn you, Fortnite! Why you gotta be so good?
Epic Games, full statement on why. Hi, excuse me. Hey, everyone. It's with heavy hearts we decided to close down Paragon. We truly appreciate everything you've put into Paragon. We received many passionate ideas for where to take the game. The outpouring of thoughtful suggestions is another testament to this incredible community. After careful consideration and many difficult internal debates, we feel there is a clear path for us to grow Paragon into the MOBA that retains enough players to be sustainable. We didn't execute well enough to deliver on the promise of Paragon, and we failed you, despite the team's incredibly hard work, and we're sorry. To try to make this right, Epic is offering a full refund to every Paragon player for every purchase on any platform. This refund will come directly
snap.
from Epic rather than your platform provider.
That's the thing that at first I was like, whoa,
That's crazy,
that is, pardon the pun, epic.
That is, yeah.
The fact that they're deciding to refund everybody, because that game has been out for a little bit, and
Now that said, it's been in beta.
it's been
It's never been released.
released. Okay, yeah,
So
yeah, you're right.
I
You're
think
right.
in a way, that's why they're refunding. They're saying you bought into this with the promise of us delivering the game, and we're not delivering it. So here's your money.
But I feel like in this day and age, it's like very few companies
Oh no, yeah, I agree.
will
I
be
agree.
willing to. Hey,
I agree.
you bought into this and you believe in that, but it didn't pan out. Here's your money back.
I would be curious, and if Gilberto, when you get a chance, please post on your idea because he plays Paragon. Actually,
does,
I
yeah.
started learning a little bit about Paragon through his streams because I didn't know. I mean, I don't play MOBAs like that, and I'm curious to hear his thoughts behind that.
No,
So-
unfortunately, he's not reachable right now. He is taking this very hard.
Oh, that's
He
what it is.
In the closing his room, he is crying. I hear his voice. He's yelling and why God, why? That's all I hear. It's we got to talk to him.
That said, Epic Games, well, rather the game itself, Paragon, at one time had more than 7 million registered players. So when you
And
think
then,
about that,
yeah, that was it was looking good.
yes,
And the game itself was looking great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it have a good pedigree, Epic Games, and they were behind something that has been done before. But I feel like they have a certain,
niche, yeah,
they have a
something
certain panache that
Yeah, they were
I
coming
felt
with
like they could make it. But of course, I mean, it all comes down to this: they realized that the efforts that we're putting into this game probably would have been fine. It would have been okay if it wasn't for Fortnite. Now, all jokes aside, they are making so much money hand over fist with Fortnite, and specifically over the Battle Royale, because I still feel like a lot of people haven't even loaded or know that Fortnite is actually not the Battle Royale.
No, yeah.
You know, that they decided, hey, this is giving us a lot of revenue with not little effort, but probably with less effort to put into trying to make this game, available, not available, but trying to make this game that everyone like. It's gonna be easier to push this than to push Paragon, which might be a closer niche group that might not
most
spend
definitely,
a lot of money
Most
on it
definitely.
also. So yeah, I see that it was a business decision. Also, they're making so much money with Fortnite that of course they'll be like, oh yeah, you get your money back. Don't worry. I feel like it.
Not to mention, there were some. Now, I don't play the game, but there were some questionable decisions when they revamped the system halfway through, and a lot of articles were out there saying that they didn't like the changes that came
What
from
they were
that.
going
Yeah,
for?
so I don't know if that has some to do with it as well, but it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a pretty big title being pulled here for you guys. So it's a shame.
A really big title that was released today finally is the long-awaited Monster Hunter World, and
Yes, it is.
and that is I want that. I've already got my copy. It's like sitting right there inside my my PS4.
Oh, yes.
I went to hell and high water to get this.
sure
Apparently,
did.
I was having trouble with the code that got sold from Green Man Gaming, and I couldn't activate it because it kept saying that it was not.
Not valid.
Well, it was saying that it was not activated, which I understand at first because the game wasn't released, and then I was like, well, why the hell did you send me an email with the code that I can't redeem to preload it to have it ready at midnight? But whatever, that's fine. I waited the next day and it was still not working. It turns out, after some back and forth of them blaming Sony and Sony blaming them, that it was Sony's PlayStation network was down.
Yes.
It shouldn't have surprised anyone.
That fragile NAS network.
I know, exactly. That beautiful but very fragile network that is the PlayStation network. So that game got released today. I'm looking forward to playing it, and I'm looking forward to encountering a lot of you guys from the group on it. So I didn't know this, but there's going to be Horizon Zero Dawn themed DLC available on the game, but unfortunately, it's a limited time event.
So this is a Monster Hunter.
In Monster Hunter.
Nice,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they're gonna have.
That's cool.
So
Obviously for Sony only.
yes, obviously for Sony only. Yes.
Because the game is multi-platform. So. Sorry, Xbox.
You know, the funny thing is, I didn't even think of that. But you're right. It's
My bad. I'm
You're
not trying
right.
to rub anything in here.
no. Microsoft has some good news. I forgot.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna bring out later on. But no. But so the first of two quests to unlock Horizon Zero Dawn themed items in Monster Hunter World for PS4 will be available at launch. At lunch, but
So today.
yeah, it's
Okay.
available now. The event is called Lessons of the Wild, and it's available. It runs from now until February 8th, and it is not clear if it's gonna come back at some point. And so we don't know. So if you want that, evidently the quest asks players to take down Windrakes in return for Palico armor themed after Horizon Watcher enemies. So you make your Palico, which is your cat friend thing that we also saw DLC making him look like the 8-bit Mega Man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Now it can look like a Watcher from Horizon.
From Horizon.
Which
That's pretty cool.
I think that's really, really cool.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what else is cool? There is a second quest, which is not clear when it's going to happen, but there's a second quest that magically transforms your hunter into Aloy.
Oh,
Aloy.
okay.
Aloy, whatever her name is.
Aloy.
Aloy, thank you. Yes. Anyway, that's cool. I kind of wanted to bring it up because it's a game that is being released right now, and it's like reviews are raving about it. And I'm very, very excited to try it out.
You're going to try it out like when I leave. Okay?
As soon as you leave, it's like this is getting edited on Saturday morning.
He's like, I got 60 FPS and I got
And
Monster Hunter World.
exactly. Yes. What
That's
else?
all I need.
What else do I need? Yes. Only to get you to buy your copy digitally so you can join me.
Yeah, that's
That would be
gonna happen, too. It's gonna happen.
legendary.
My last piece here, guys, is a mix. It's going to be a little bit of TV, a little bit of movies here. Just want to quickly run through some Stranger Things information. Third season of Stranger Things may be shorter than the last few seasons.
I heard, yes.
Which, that's not a bad thing. I've always said, as long as the story, go for the amount of episodes that the story calls for.
Yeah, yes.
I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
It'll also feature less Will Byers, which, to me, being one of the four pillars of the kids, of the four, I guess no, 5 pillars, right? Because we got to include 11 there.
Yeah.
I was a little bit like, oh man, you got to go. But after season 1 and 2 and all the shit that Will Byers went through, that's okay. Let him sit out. Let him sit out a season. The poor guy. It's okay. But yeah, so Stranger Things. news there. Just as we all know, that's going to happen. So, and finally, Oscar nominations have gone up, and
Oh yeah. There's some
questionable picks and some interesting snubs.
and some interesting. Oh
Yeah,
yes.
some interesting snubs.
Lay down on us.
Well, when it comes to snubs, the one that I keep hearing is Wonder Woman was snubbed out of the Oscars.
Yeah. What the hell? Yes.
I still stand on the side that Wonder Woman was a 7 to me, maybe a 7.5.
It was a great movie.
Okay.
I don't know if there was anything in particular that I would have found like Oscar worthy. But now that I see the nominations here, now I think anything could be Oscar worthy. You know, it freaking. I don't. That's Miley. What's it called? The Emojis movie could be Oscar worthy.
Oh my God, was it nominated?
No,
it wasn't.
But
Yeah.
but after some of the examples over here, it's like anything's possible right now.
So you're mentioning animated feature film, all right? And one of the nominees is The Boss Baby.
Over Lego Batman 2.
I have to say, first off, I saw Boss Baby, and that is not an Oscar worthy film.
This is like they just ran out of what came out this year.
That's what I have to say. I was telling you, I was like, maybe they just didn't have enough animated films to mix in there. But a couple of the big nominations. First off, The Shape of Water, which is the one I was telling you about that. I'm dying to see. And you saw the trailer that you thought it was an old movie.
Yeah, I thought it was an old movie. Now I'm excited to watch
That
it.
one cleaned up with I think it was like over 12 awards
Whoa.
it got nominated for. So that says it all right there, my friend.
Whoa.
That's a Guillermo del Toro film, by the way, which I'm a big fan of. And also, if you don't know Guillermo del Toro, he did Pacific Rim.
Wow.
So good job there. The Last Jedi actually got 4 nominations, if I'm not mistaken. Mostly visual effects and stuff like that. Baby Driver got 3 nominations. That's one of your favorites right there. Dunkirk had 8 nominations. Blade Runner 2049 got a whole bunch of them as well. So a lot of them come out. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about that Wonder Woman snub there.
Yeah, I gotta be with. I mean, I like Wonder Woman a lot more, but I don't think
was nothing there.
There was nothing in particular that I would have said like, oh yeah, no, this deserves an Oscar. You know,
You know what did get nominated, sir? Even for Best Picture here? Get Out.
Get Out.
Yes.
Get Out.
Get Out. Sir, you got to watch it. Guys,
Wait a minute.
you have to watch this freaking movie.
Yeah.
Such a
After
good
you
movie.
told me, it was a movie. Then I was misguided into thinking it was about something, and
So was
apparently
I.
it's about something else.
It's
so
still
now-
about that.
It's still about that,
not,
but
not in the way we think it is. So,
no,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to. I thought that wasn't that nominated. Wasn't that going with La La Land last year?
That's last year. No. That's the Get Out was this year.
The Get Out was this year.
Yeah, you're thinking
Oh.
of Moonlight from last year.
Oh, that's what it. Okay, yeah, okay, my bad. So let me see. I thought this was very good news for Microsoft gamers that have or are considering or should consider now the Xbox Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
So the company announced a couple days ago that all new games developed by Microsoft Studios will be available day and date with day and date release. So if you're basically means that if you are a subscriber of Game Pass, which is a service kind of like EA has its
No, it's more like Netflix, isn't it? More like
Yeah. Well-
but you download it. No, not even more like Netflix. It's more like no, yeah. I
well,
guess-
they rotate.
Yeah.
They I mean they have
Yeah,
titles
but you
that they
download. You're
rotate.
not streaming.
Oh, true. No. But with Origin, you also download. With I'm talking about Origin.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Origin. Yeah. So it's kind of like their version of that. I want to say is $60.
No, it's $10 a month.
$10 a month.
$9.99. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
all right.
ridiculous. $9.99.
What was I saying?
And you get.
Oh yeah. Because $60 is the 6-month pass.
Correct.
You know they have they're actually working to bring in that. Anyway, what's cool about this is that there's some cool titles that are going to be coming for the few exclusive that they're going to end up having. Sea of
Messed
Thieves.
up. They're gonna have some.
Yeah, but yeah, but I think this is their way of we know it kind of it kind of sucks down here, but hey, let's do something that is really cool. You know, for $10 a month, you could be playing Sea of Thieves. Like you don't have to purchase the game. You'll be playing.
If you are a subscriber to Game Pass at $10 a month, the game is available.
The game is available. State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, Forza, Gears of War. You know, anything that's by Microsoft Studios, it'll be available. You know, like day one. And the day that it gets released, you get to play it. You don't have to pay anything extra for it.
When does it start? It starts right around the same time Sea of Thieves comes out, right?
Yes. I want to say that's around
March, April, something like that?
March 20th is the date I heard. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's.
That's a great deal. That's a great deal.
It is a great deal. And then of course, if you like the game and you always have the chance of buying it if you don't have the service anymore.
Of course, yeah.
You know, but yeah, I thought that was pretty neat.
No, I think that's great. I mean, yes, would you like to have more exclusives? Sure. But when you're on this side of the fence, and this is a great way of saying, guys, thank you for sticking out with us. Here's what we're going to do for you guys since you're here with us on this ecosystem. And I think it's great. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, Cuphead will probably be included in that. You know what I mean? Anything that's been available for them. So
yeah, and the cool thing is also this includes the PC. So titles that are, of course, because Microsoft titles are are PC. So that's if you want to download it on PC, you can.
Yeah. Which
is like interesting.
Very interesting.
So a couple of quick bites here to bring. So Bungie. There apparently being some signals there that they're, that controversial shader system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem with those is that they are consumables.
Yeah.
So they're probably getting rid of that. I wouldn't,
the consumable factor.
That yes. A lot of people miss the original way that it was in Destiny 1,
like it used to be.
Yeah. So I don't know what will come from that. They say, we know you miss Destiny 1's armor shader mechanics. Bungie's Tyson Green wrote, we're looking at ways to reintegrate that capability without losing the ability to shade weapons, ghosts, ships, sparrows, or customize specific pieces of armor. We also understand that you want shaders to be more freely usable, not limited by availability. We're looking at reintroducing shader collections or a way to get copies of a shader in your possession. I don't understand why they go with that. We're looking into it. No, you know what the gamers want. It's
you're either
simple.
going to do it or you're not going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Look into it sounds like we're trying to make it so
we're
that
thinking about it.
we can still monetize it somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The problem with that whole shader thing is that was, again, an obvious attempt at monetizing something. You're already monetizing it in a certain way. How do we make more money off of this?
Yeah.
And now you split it up and now you make it consumable. So if you use it and you use it here and that's it, you can't use it again for anything else. You have to gain it again in order for you to do so. And it's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm glad Destiny players have been calling them out on that shit.
Another thing that I found interesting was For Honor is finally getting dedicated servers. A big problem with For Honor was that as a multiplayer centric title, it was difficult to enjoy and to balance when whoever is the host, on a peer-to-peer connection, was having almost the advantage just for being the host. Mm-hmm. So they're bringing that. The fifth season will arrive on February 15. The update rebalances some classes, overhauls others, and most importantly, it implements the game's new dedicated servers that we're talking about. So that's coming on February 15 for players of For Honor. For Honor is a game that I did not get because of all the issues that it was having at launch, but I played the beta and I remember liking the battling system a lot. It just
Shout out
felt
to
like
that
it
game,
should
man.
be.
Shout out to that game because it's lasted probably a lot longer than any of us pegged at the time that it came out.
That's true, and they're making improvements to where it's interesting.
supporting it, yeah.
I mean, if this was like a very story-driven single-player campaign, I would have jumped on it because I thought the thing was fascinating. Although it was a little ridiculous.
There is a
but-
single player in it, isn't it?
Yeah, but
It's
it's
very- it's
very
half-baked.
tacked on and half baked. Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah, it was not super great. Dead Cells, which is a very cool indie title that I have been playing on PC, is coming out. It's coming for PS4, Switch, and Xbox One. That's the title that you want to play. Another
You were
ti-
telling me about it.
Another title that you want to play, that you want to see, that is available right now for $19.99 is, I don't know if it's pronounced Iconoclast or Iconoclast, but it looks really badass.
Yeah.
It's that music, the
Post something in
it
the
had the
group, man.
graphics. Yeah,
I've seen it, yeah.
I need to post the trailer for this because this looks really, really cool. And lastly, BioWare's Anthem likely won't be out until early 2019, according to a report. It is. I think we remember talking about when we were talking about the games that we were expecting to come this year, and Anthem was mentioned, and we were like, it's probably not gonna make
Probably
it.
not gonna make it, yeah.
It's probably not gonna make it. I hope that we said that because we will look
I'm pretty
pretty
sure
bad
we
right
did,
now.
yeah.
They say that it was never realistic to expect that window to be on 2018. Like we didn't know that. And I guess we'll be touching more on our topic of the week.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, give us a quick moment. We'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
We are jumping right into the hot topic.
Hot topic.
I did my best.
I know, me too.
Yes.
We miss you,
Especially-
Shadow.
How are you holding up, sir?
With
With with the sickness and stuff.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, I'm just dying over here, bro.
that
But you know
bad.
what helps? 60 FPS.
60 FPS. Salud. For salud. Espérate.
Salute for salute. I like that.
There you go. There you go. You know why you're here? Because nothing stops the,
The signal. That's right. I will
right.
be here regardless.
Regardless.
On my deathbed, I will be recording a podcast.
Let me close the door before my wife starts yelling at me for yelling.
So, guys, hot topic of the week this week is BioWare's last game, or next game, should I say, which is Anthem. Is this their last stand? Is this basically their Final Fantasy?
Well, if this is a Final Fantasy, then they're okay because they keep making those.
True, but originally, that was going to be Square's final game. It was basically
Oh, you were not making a joke. Okay.
no.
That's
The
actually
original,
good.
Yeah, the original
That's
Final
actually good.
Fantasy. The reason it was even called Final Fantasy is that the company was, unfortunately, in dire straits at that point, and they're like, we need a big hit. We need something that's going to do something that's going to keep us going. And so they put all the chips in on Final Fantasy. They called it Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? And of course, now history. We're up to freaking 16 is coming to the next one soon.
Damn, I did not know that story. That's
No, you
actually.
didn't know that?
I
Yeah.
think it's not super surprising, but it's still like really cool to know
Yeah,
that.
it is. Yeah.
This was their Final Fantasy. That's
This
probably
was,
why
yeah.
they don't want to let go of the name.
that's why, yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, okay,
Exactly.
let's just keep calling it. It seems to
If
bring
we
us good
keep
luck.
using this name, exactly.
It's the Chocobros.
So by that rationale, BioWare is going to have to make Anthem 36 at some point, to keep things going. No, seriously. obviously you heard the news. Now the report is important to note that the report is not exact. Yes, you mentioned the delay.
Oh my god.
No one has said the delay. BioWare, EA, no one has actually come out and said that it's going to be delayed. That said, the report is, it's a believable report. Most likely that will end up being the case. It'll just end up being delayed to 2019.
Oh, it's almost a sure thing. I think that it's more like they never, and correct me, I could be wrong about this, but they never committed to a 2018 release, right?
The
trailer had something to say.
Yeah, the trailer had something that said 2018, the original. And even then, the officials at BioWare were like, "What is that about?" We're definitely not going to.
That's probably that was probably EA.
That's wishful thinking right
consulting,
there. Yeah. That said, I'm a little worried about BioWare. First off, how do you feel about it? Overall as a developer? What is your take on BioWare?
BioWare, I don't think I personally don't think that they are in a bad situation right now. I think that they can easily set themselves up for that, and I'll tell you why. I think Anthem's gonna be a success, no matter what. It's gonna have. I think I told you that I was gonna throw an Anthem prediction that it's gonna have a horrible launch but it's not because it's gonna be crap or anything like that. It's most because a lot of people are still excited about this game, and with Destiny screwing the pooch lately, they're ready to have an out from the Destiny universe and get into the next, game as service, as AA likes to call it, game. And this is the perfect avenue for them, even though they really should be playing Monster Hunter World. But so I think that in part is going to be a success. The reason why I will be worried about is that this could easily lead them into becoming a Anthem factory, and suddenly now we lost any chances of continuing updates on the Star Wars, The Last Republic. Any chances of ever bringing a proper Star Wars RPG, Night of the Old Republic, any chances of reviving Mass Effect and giving it justice, a proper sequel, any chances of making the games that they used to make that people used to love. Like I got very very worried when I heard the next Dragon Age is going to be a live game. And you know exactly what that means. It means we are going to put microtransactions and loot box bullshit and always online. And the always online part, it doesn't bother me it bothers me for that game. It does.
Yeah.
It should not be a Dragon Age, co-op, suddenly. Although I respect
Co-op
the
is
people
one thing,
that will
but
have
always online and this integrated world. That's not what Dragon Age was.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. The co-op is not as bad. I meant like the always online, because the problem with always online is that you are subjected to the service being available, to your internet being available, and this used to be primarily single player games that you will go on a very crafted, very specific storyline, as opposed to making it, to me, hearing Dragon Age being a live service, it sounds like, okay, so they're just going to try to make it an MMO without having the MMO, the typical things of MMOs, although who knows, it might still be go here and kill 10 rats and bring me their pelts and crap like that. So that's my main concern, that the BioWare that we know is going to be dead, and it's just going to be an Anthem factory. And I think I said it, I said it before, I don't like because I don't like the way the EA is going. I want nothing to do with Anthem. I want nothing to do with BioWare game in the future. You know, it's just the EA hand is that the EA fist is too
tight.
It's too unsavory. So I don't want to play this game.
So for me, connection that I have to BioWare is really through one franchise, and that is Mass Effect. I never played Dragon Age game. I'm aware of them, but I never played a Dragon Age game. Never played
You play Inquisition for 5 minutes?
Yeah, well,
No, for an hour.
Yeah, well,
And 45 minutes was creating your character.
creating my
I heard.
character. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 15 minutes of gameplay. And I actually kind of want to go back to it. You know what I mean? But who knows if I'll ever get a chance to. But never got a chance to play those other than that little portion there. Never played any of the Knights of the Old Republic.
They were so good.
My one connection to this developer is Mass Effect. That said, I love the Mass Effect trilogy.
Effect, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was so freaking good. Now, when I say I played that, I never played the first one. Technically, I played the first one as a comic through the
Yeah.
interactive comic.
It was
so
good. For its time,
technically-
it was good. It was good.
So
Yeah.
technically, 2 and 3.
Yeah. More like 2.
What do you mean? 2 and 3. Part 2 and 3.
Oh, no. I'm saying like mostly 2 was good. That's the better one.
I like 3. There was nothing wrong with 3. I mean, they had some changes when it came to some of the missions, but there are moments in part, and it's one of those things where it wouldn't have existed without part 2. It's one of those
Right.
situations.
Right,
like
of course.
The great moments in part 3 are only great because of the history from part 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just feel like Mass Effect 2 was it felt like there were even though the story of Mass Effect 3 has, you know, the ultimate what do you call it, stakes.
Yeah.
The ultimate stakes, of course, is the fate of the universe.
Correct.
The fate of the freaking universe,
Yes.
of course. But I still felt like in 2, it felt like the stakes were greater.
2 was, well, I don't know if they were greater.
Well,
they definitely were. It was, I don't know if they were.
It was not. They were not greater. But it felt like a more dire mission. You know, to
It was a
get
suicide
everybody.
mission.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
knew it was a suicide mission going in, yeah.
And probably one of the best openings in. Well, one of the best. Of course, that it got trumped by Last of Us.
Last of Us, yeah.
Let's not forget. But
no, yeah, it
before
was a very good opening,
before that, the opening of Mass Effect 2 was amazing.
That said, because of that connection, I'm like, I want to see these guys. I want to see them bring this storytelling. Yes, I was interested in Anthem. The whole shit with EA right now has me completely disinterested with anything EA related. That said, I still want Anthem to be good. When we first saw Anthem, granted, when we saw it, while I was like, holy shit, this looks really good, I also said, yes, it's probably not going to be with the ultimate
It's not going to
final
be.
game, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
they never are.
Yeah. So that said, I see what they were going for, and when I in my mind picture the storytelling that they brought from Mass Effect to put that into a game very similar to Destiny, because that's what Anthem is. What was the biggest problem with the first Destiny? Story.
Story,
So
yeah.
here's BioWare, these guys who know how to put story into story, and I'm like, well, again, Mass Effect. I'm just thinking Mass Effect here.
Andromeda wants to get out of his corner and say hello.
True. That said, I know you mentioned
Dragon
that-
Age 2.
I know you. I never. Oh, yeah.
I heard
Dragon Age 2. Yeah.
Dragon Age 2 story evidently was great. It
Okay,
was the
so it
gameplay
was the
that
actual
killed it.
gameplay.
So
Okay,
yeah.
So again,
But Mass Effect
story.
Andromeda though.
Andromeda obviously was handled by not the A team. Okay, it was not the A team that was handling that, and it was on purpose. It was literally almost set up to fail, which now has me going, is that's what's happening here? You know what I mean? It's like, because based on that article, it looks like it's all hands on deck. You know, it's like
With Anthem.
Yeah. It's like, we need to make this good and we need to make it great. And it has to be whatever. And it has to be done within the next year.
But unfortunately within the next year. But there of course the reason why they want to make sure that it's that great, oh my god, is because when we need to sell these people loot boxes and microtransaction bullshit.
Well, I don't think that's what BioWare wants.
But EA wants,
But EA,
and, EA,
yeah.
and EA is king on that kingdom,
True,
unfortunately.
I want it to be good. I do. I have zero faith. I have a feeling it's not going to be as bad as perhaps Andromeda.
Oh no,
Because Andromeda
I don't think-
was-
I think
Was half baked is what Andromeda was. It wasn't near to be finished. That said, it sounds to me like they're not willing to move that line. Again, it hasn't been officially said or anything, but it looks like that line, which is the end of fiscal year, 2019 or
Yeah.
whatever it is, 2018. They're not willing to move that line, and if it needs more time, why would you not just give it to? Why would you?
Yeah.
Why do you want to go through another Andromeda?
Yes.
It's like why?
Yeah.
And I mean, not only BioWare, but EA.
EA never
At some
learns.
point, I'm going, EA, you don't want to go. At some point,
Yeah.
okay, it's gonna mar your reputation to the point where it's gonna affect everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I just don't see how they would want to repeat.
I think. Oh, sorry.
No, just saying. I don't see how they would want to repeat the huge mistake that was Andromeda and the fact that it wasn't ready, it wasn't finished, and you still released it, and it's just what I'm saying. Why would you go to, especially when you have this as your next flagship title? Why would you want to
The
do this?
next
So
huge
BioWare,
thing.
and of course, it feels like to me that EA is drawing the line and saying, "Here it is. We don't care how you do it. We don't care how many man hours you got to
And
put in.
that's-
Just make it happen."
and that's
then
the fundamental
BioWare
problem right
is
there.
like, "Shit, do we want to be visceral games?
Yeah.
Do we want to be? Saying we have no. It's almost like they don't have a choice." And
Yeah.
as someone who's like not part of it at all, I'm like, what the hell? Part of me is like, let's say it comes out and let's say it's amazing. Let's say it's everything it promises to be. And in my head, I'm going, at this point, that time it comes out, let's say it's next March or something like that, 2019. And it's amazing. In my head, I'm going to go, that was BioWare who just like,
Pull it out of.
who
Yeah.
blood, sweat, and tears to make sure it happens. And I'm like, I want to support that, but then I'm like, I can't because it was blood, sweat, and tears that was literally like
It was
whipped.
sacrifices.
It was
Yeah,
whipped.
there were
by
sacrifices
EA.
made here.
EA is the
Yeah.
one holding the whip. That's why
Yeah.
the blood, sweat, and tears are coming out. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like conflicted. I'm
And
like,
the whole point, and you guys are gonna have to accept this by now, is that the whole point of games, live services, by EA's description, is monetization,
Revenue stream, yeah.
monetization
Continuous
of it,
revenue stream,
and that I feel like that's gonna be the fundamental flaw with that game. I mean, Destiny's trying to do it, and it's not faring very well. Apparently, I mean, it's faring very well for them, probably on the money side of things, but on the reputation side of things, people are like, "I'm done with Destiny 2.
devil's advocate.
Be the devil again. Be the,
I feel like I'm always a devil.
be
Devil's
the
advocate.
lawyer of
Yeah.
the devil.
So, by the way, it's a great movie. You haven't seen Devil's Advocate. Let's say, for instance, okay, it's March 2019. Okay, games comes out and it's coming out to stellar reviews. Okay, microtransactions are in there because it is what it is. They're not going to not have them, right? But it's completely optional, completely cosmetic. Doesn't affect with the gameplay. It's a vibrant world. What you can buy into is desirable to the point like, oh, it's cool stuff, but I don't need to have it. You know what I mean? There's ways of earning it in game that are fair. And on top of that, it's scoring 9.5s, averaging 9.5s. Wouldn't you feel a little bit like
Left out for
no,
nothing?
not left out. This isn't personal. This is more. This was BioWare, that team that we believe in because we believe that they have the potential to make great story-based games. This is BioWare going.
I
in
lost
and
my
saying,
faith already in them a long time ago, but yeah, you go ahead.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't.
Since when? Because of Dragon Age 2?
Mass Effect Andromeda, bro.
No, see, that's not
That was
them.
the B
Yeah,
team.
that's the
but
B team. That's
that
what
was
I'm
B
saying.
team, but whatever. Mass Effect it's a huge flagship of theirs.
I get
it is a super title that they should not have. The fact that they consider saying, "Oh yeah, we got our amazing, this is our flagship title, and we're just gonna hand it to, it's just gonna be a secondary to Anthem." Just the fact that they did that makes me lose complete confidence in them.
That said, who's the
Decision
one
making.
holding the whip?
Well, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, is it at that point they go, hey, regardless of what's happening here, yeah, you want to make Mass Effect.
Then if Bioware
wanna
goes,
make- we wanna
if
make
Bioware
some-
goes independent, then I'll
Bioware
get back.
can go independent.
Then
That's the problem.
Then by virtue of being a EA studio, just like the Titanfall studio Respawn, it is, you guys are already contaminated.
I have
Bye.
to. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean I'm suddenly gonna just buy into everything EA, because that's not gonna happen. But I will still have a small part of me go, it's a shame that these guys. Again, let's say that whole scenario happens. 9/5s, 10s is what the game's getting, because it's what Destiny should have been.
Yeah.
It's Warframe, but but different. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what it should have been, and it's. Yes, it includes microtransactions, but they're not in your face. They're not in any way intrusive or game altering.
Pay to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Game altering or anything like that.
If there that will be the test.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
That will be the litmus test.
If it comes to that and they release it like that, while I was still, because the way I feel now, right now, I would still say no. I'm not buying into it. Part of me is still going to go, it's a shame, because from this report today or this week that we heard this, it's clear that BioWare is literally going to be breaking their backs to get it out at that point in time. And if it comes out to be as great as it, as great as I'm amping it up here to be, you know what I'm saying? This is just theoretical that it comes out at 9s, 5s, 10s, and all this. It'll be a shame. I will still be like, it's a shame that they killed themselves, and chances are because of me and probably, who knows, many other people going, nope, EA, I don't want anything to do with that. We're still doomed. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, a game that's hello, Respawn.
Oh my God,
Titanfall 2, a 9.5, right? I think it was averaging 9.5s left and right.
Should have been a game of the year,
and it was not even in the running.
Yeah.
And it made zero money, to the point where it got absorbed by EA. Respawn is now an EA branch.
For the record, it didn't make literally zero money. It just didn't make the money that was expected.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
if it was released like in February of that following year, just like kind of move out of that, I guarantee you would have made buttloads more.
Yep. But EA's got EA.
Yes.
We have examples of companies that are brutal, like ridiculously brutal with their crunch time, and they develop, they end up getting games out there that are like highly praised and 9.5s and stuff like that. Naughty Dog reports say it's not an easy company to work in. They are
notoriously difficult crunch times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm talking about what, like 50
to 60 hour weeks.
50 to 60 hour weeks.
For weeks.
For months.
That said, here is the difference. Yes, that is known. And they're not the only one. The difference is this. Naughty Dog has a certain pull to say, you know what? We're going to need more time. And Sony's going to go, you know what? Take that time that you need. What do you need? 3 more months? 6 more months? Okay, we'll do that.
I'm not super sure about that. Because I feel like if they had that pull.
How many delays does Uncharted go through? How many delays did Last of Us go through before it actually freaking came out? None of their games come out from their original,
time frames.
And it is not one delay; it's multiple delays. And every time we do it, what do we say? That's fine. Take your time.
That's
brother.
they should all be taking their time. They could be.
I agree.
Unless you're Star Citizen. Because that game's that is taking forever. That's ridiculous. And
never
you
coming
guys
out,
are scummy.
That is never going to come out.
Yeah, no. What I was going to say that you're right. But they have that pull. I
And so, you say Sony, you don't think there was how long does Sony give Team
Timiko.
Eco to finish Last Guardian?
Yeah.
I mean, talk
don't
about
think-
patience.
Yeah, that's true. And a game that's super under delivered.
And
like,
I'm sorry to say,
potentially.
Team Eco is still part of Sony. It's not like they
Yeah.
got let go or anything like that. So yes, I think they have some patience.
Yeah.
EA,
yeah.
on the other hand, is not the same.
Well, and that's the crux, right? We are looking at this like EA is taking BioWare on a corner, and they're telling them, we're rooting for you guys. I know you guys could make it. I know you guys need 3 years, but you guys can only can do it in a year and a half, right? I mean, you wouldn't want anything bad happening to your families now that if you're suddenly found yourselves without jobs, right?
That sounds very.
I mean,
Mouthful.
it is. That's what I'm saying. It feels like this is like evil as EA. Taking them to a corner and showing them like the horrible things, like the horrible, like the putrid corpses of all the other companies that come before it. Visceral being the latest example, die in the most horrific way, and they're looking like, but we know you're not gonna end up like that, right? Right, BioWare.
That's the thing. It's obviously, I mean, that's very dramatic, but
in a way,
yeah,
it just
obviously,
feels like that.
in corporate America, you know what I mean? All you have to do is EA has its track record. You know what they've done.
Yes.
Let's say
We have seen the line of corpses.
exactly. Let's say you're the head of BioWare. You
Yeah.
know Visceral's fate.
Demise.
You know all the studios that.
Bullfrog.
Yeah, you know them all. So,
Origins.
it doesn't have to point. EA doesn't
Visceral.
have to point it out to you what it's done. You already know.
You already know, yeah.
And so when they come to say, "Hey, I understand you need more time," but they draw a line in the sand and say, "You can't pass this point."
This is the line.
Yeah. Suddenly you go, as the head of BioWare, go, so when they say that's the line, if I get past that line, and then you remember the history that happened with the other ones, you're like, it doesn't have to be that dramatic for you to.
As the head of BioWare, I'm gonna lose my head if I don't deliver.
I'm trying to look up some information because I understand that Anthem has been in development for longer than a year and a half.
I can see
I
that.
wanna say-
I can see that because I probably I wonder if it was after Inquisition.
I
maybe.
think it was either like starting
during
up during
even.
Inquisition.
I can see
but
that.
like lightly during.
I mean, Bungie was working on Destiny when they were doing Halo ODST, and that was not even their last title, for the Halo franchise. And that
it
took
hasn't been a
years.
year and a half. It's been some time. That said, it's a big game. You know what I mean? I mean, think of the game. Think of that trailer that we saw of Anthem,
Yeah.
and try to think of what it takes to make a game that runs as fluid. Granted, again, the end product is not going to be what that trailer was. But
No. Let's be real here,
Yeah, let's be
people.
real.
Do not expect the game to look like that.
Yeah.
It looked amazing, but come on.
Yeah,
You guys
exactly.
know better.
So, just something close to that.
Yeah.
And to be completely online and in easy drop in, drop out, the way they want it to, and all this stuff. To have that run, it's going to take several years to get to that point.
Yeah.
So, I think it's going to be a sad. My honest opinion is, I'm going to jump on the Jimquisition here and say that, yep, I think BioWare is next.
Yeah.
I think BioWare is not going to. I think the game is going to do fine. As far for me, I'd say, hey, there's probably a couple million sold here and all that. It's not going to meet what EA wants,
No.
and I don't know if this is the last straw, but it's
Oh
going to
no!
be close.
Let's
to
be.
it. Yeah.
Oh, let's call it. Let's call it as it looked like. If
The last
Anthem does not deliver, BioWare is done.
Yeah.
BioWare has no legs to stand up because I don't think
Not a drama.
Dragon Age is gonna be the ones to pull them out and save them from the failure of Anthem, which they'll probably spend $1 gajillion. Mark my words. if Anthem does not deliver the goods, it's game over for BioWare, because that's what EA does to the companies.
Yeah.
That don't deliver to their level.
Yeah.
That's why I
To the
say
expected margin. Yep.
yeah. And at that
agree.
point, I don't want to support that type of company.
I don't either, dude.
No.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Here's what I can hope. I hope that when BioWare eventually does get shut down.
Eventually, it does get shut down.
Yeah, I mean, not that.
I hope they're
for the
prepared.
record, I don't wish anybody to lose their job.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Seriously, no. I'm saying this. I hope that they are able to spin off into something else, to become something separate, something independent,
Hey,
and then do
a
their own
different
thing.
yes, a different company with the BioWare pedigree.
Yes.
And not in maybe not in name, but in spirit.
Like CD Projekt Red.
Could do amazing
I mean?
things.
Yes.
Could do amazing things if
I
they
agree.
remain independent.
I agree. I agree. So hopefully it happens. But I am fearful. I'm going to be every Anthem update, dude. I'm not even going to buy the game, but I'm just like every Anthem update. I just want to see. I just want to see where things are at.
It'll be
how they're going.
fascinating.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's going to be
it'll
an interesting
fascinating
year.
development. Yes.
Do you think we see like
E3 demo
gameplay, like actual gameplay? Because I
on
still,
demo? This
I
E3
still think
for sure.
I still think that the last thing we saw is literally BS.
No. This is
The last thing we saw was
that is
absolute BS.
Yeah. That reminds me of the Killzone demos that the Sony used to show back in the PS3 era, and then you got
After
the
seeing this
real game.
article where when the people are like, yeah, that's not even close to being done, for 2018. I'm like, so you showed off gameplay like that, and you're not even close to being done.
No,
So yeah,
no.
we're not even. That was the biggest BS. What do they call
Hey,
bullshots?
Bullshot. Yeah. Hey, Prey 2. Remember Prey 2? That original trailer looked for last
Looked really cool too, yeah.
previous generation consoles looked really, really good, and that was completely BS, because at the end of the day they did not have a game.
Nothing.
They
Nothing
did
at
not
all.
have a game. Yeah. I mean, they released a game later on, which is the Prey that we know of and that some people like, but it
So
was
interested
not
in it.
that.
I'll get it in a sale sometime. The newest spray,
Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Well, that brings us to the end of the real episode 92.
92 is in the can.
92 is in the can, guys. Is in the can. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, please, if you like the show, please like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everyone. We will be updating this system because the raspiness gets to us as much as it gets to you.
Oh yeah. The sound. Yeah, the sound. We apologize if it doesn't sound great. I try to clean it up so much as I can
No
when I'm
problem.
editing, but yeah, we need new systems. So
Yeah.
support our Patreon.
Yeah.
That we don't have.
Well, we haven't even started yet.
But
yes.
let us know if you'll be willing.
Yes,
Join the-
by all means, yes. So this is Mad Dog signing off for this week. Mr. Dreamy Twister. Take us home because
I get
Shadow's
to take,
not here, yeah.
I get to take you guys home. All right. So first off, thank you so much for 60 FPS. That
You're very
beer
welcome,
was amazing. We need to find a way to DLC and monetize the crap out of this beer.
oh,
We need to
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I'm going to put up a poll
Oh yes,
on the
yes,
group.
yes.
Because I want a name for my next batch.
Yes.
I'm going to probably starting it sometime this weekend. It's going to be an amber ale. I don't know if that helps in any way, choosing a name, but it's going to be an amber ale with, it's going to have bourbon chips that are going to be fermenting. in it, so
snap.
it'll have a little bourbonness to it. Anyway, the point is, we need a name.
we need a
So,
we need a good name for it.
I'm going to put up a poll. It'll probably have one or two. By the way, we do have one. Lag Spike is what.
Last spike. Who put that? Who?
I want to say I was talking to it was Gilberto. I was playing something in Gilberto, and I think Lady Red mentioned either Lady Red or Miss Chaos or Miss Reaper mentioned in the background. One of the two said Lag Spike, and I'm like, okay,
That sounds like a,
so-
either that or that'll be the name of my band.
exactly. So I'm gonna put it up and help me out, guys. We need a name here, and for the next brew, the next batch. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
The horny,
Take us home.
The horny Fariello.
Yes, the horny Fariello. I like that one too.
that. Yeah, that's actually you can't.
All right.
I think I do a caper with that.
We're finishing with the horny Fariello.
The Horny Fariello is the name.
All right.
No polls needed.
No, I'm still posting. You vote for the horny Fariello if you like it.
Not giving related.
Yes, not at all. Not at all. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
GG!